Hello, everybody on the YouTubes that's not here yet. Um, had a couple people in here early, but I think it says there's three people in here. That's gonna do the pop out chat. Ain't gonna mess with it. Um, yo, Chipper. You hadn't been sitting here just waiting, have you? I confess, I was over in the Revolta Man's live stream. Man, it was just getting good too. They're actually having a pretty decent talk about stuff that needs to be talked about, I guess. I would invite him over, but every time he gets over here, we talk about things that don't really need to be talked about. So, I figured it'd be slow getting people in today. We'll see. Hey, Carol, how's the weather up there? Did it turn off bad yet? Mark, how goes it? Dude, that video you put up about that little thing in the muffler or whatever, I've got to get my I just wonder if that's what was wrong with my McCullough chainsaw that I just put on the shelf and never looked at it again sideways. And I also now wonder if that's what's wrong with my weed eater. That I've already done the fuel filter, everything else. I just can't get it to speed up. It'll start, but it just won't rev up. So that's a good video, man. You need to, like, all that stuff like that you little sneaky old butt knows, you need to share. Everyone on. That's good stuff. Quit hitting on the engineer so hard, though. That's hurtful. Never should tell these people I was an engineer. All of them keep making bad engineer jokes. You know? I think mostly because most engineers suck. Yeah. Hey, they took our snow away. You ready? Then I have a surprise for everybody. Our guest does not need any introduction. He is highly recognizable and very well thought of and a sought after, what do you call it, personality on YouTube. Without further ado, I give you, hold on a minute, he left.
I thought you were introducing somebody else.
He went to see who the hell I was talking about. Without further ado, I give you our guest for the evening.
And everybody's talking at me. What you got? Happy hair candy stuff as we get going.
All right.
I bet I know what this is. This is nothing you would be interested in.
Oh, okay.
I've got these stupid headphones on. I couldn't. I don't know. Yep. She was at the Nashville airport today, and once you get through security, they have. Oh, I brought a cube ball of ice.
I'm way ahead of you.
Apple juice.
Yeah,
I see that. There we go. I may never get this open. Anyway, they have a little microbrewery in the Nashville airport.
Oh, wow.
She likes very much there that she got. Once you get through security, it's okay to have it. You can take it on the plane and everything with you. I don't think you're supposed to drink it on the plane. I think they would frown on that, but they might not know.
Like you got a straw.
Anyway, could y'all see that, what it is? Peanut butter milk stout. I've not had one of these. I've only heard about them.
Oh, I'll wait for the book report.
Yep. Oh, and I'm sorry. Hi, everybody. I was in there building a fire. Kept looking for my invitation from West, the StreamYard link, and it wasn't there. It wasn't there. And then all of a sudden he's talking. I was like, "What the heck?" And I came in here. There's still no link. I had to refresh my email to get the link to come up. So that's what that was about. And hello, everybody. I don't even know who's in here. Maybe nobody, because I don't.
Carol, C103, Guns Coast to Coast, Yankee Watchdog. He wants to know if you're ruining his kidney.
Ruining his kidney?
Ruining his kidney, something.
I don't think so. I'm not on purpose. If I am, I apologize.
There's some guy named Chipper in here.
Kipper?
Yeah.
Or Tipper?
Chipper 66.
Yes,
I've heard about him. I think he's a troublemaker.
We know he's a troublemaker. We have firsthand experience. But he's a good troublemaker. We like hanging out with him. Our kind of trouble. Hey, do you want to hear Cornelius scream?
Yes.
There's a spider here on my computer. It's just a little bitty guy, a little crab spider. If I can get him. Come here. Well, anyway.
Keep that thing out of my t-shirt.
Yeah, I've got your t-shirt on. This is the West.
My little spider bite is still tender. How long ago was that?
3 weeks, I think. There we go. Now I can see.
3 weeks in antibiotics the size of a freaking football. That tastes really bad. Hey, David.
Is it snowing at your house yet?
No, they took our snow away, man.
Really?
Yeah. We might get some tomorrow evening now, maybe. Depends on what weather you look at. So it started raining. It is raining here.
It was spitting some drops here a little bit ago. Here it says it's supposed to get going about 9 o'clock. It's funny. We're under a winter storm warning, which has nothing to do with the winter storm warning. It's winter because it's February, and the storm, there was more wind yesterday than there is now, so that would have been more of a storm. So who knows? We'll take it, though, for sure.
Oh, yesterday wasn't bad. Yesterday was actually a really good day, except for all the work I did. And I tilled our whole garden plot twice yesterday.
Nice.
Tilled it and then went back over it. We cleaned all the animal pens and everything. All the goat poop and a lot of the cow poop is now tilled into the garden.
That's a beautiful thing.
So, and then we cleaned the calf stall and got enough to do quite a bit more. So, all of her poop is kind of localized or whatever. She has her stall and that's all. Cause we can't put her out with the bull because he plays too rough.
Where did I get these?
Our snow is leaving, supposed to be warm. I forget where you're at, David. Hey, Lisa.
My new kidney. No, I'm reading back through the chat's trying to catch up.
We just need to put oversized tires on your truck and still go pull people out of the bar ditch there, Chip. It'll be fun. Have you thought about putting wide singles on the back of your GMC chipper? Just asking for Rob.
What is this? What?
I've only driven. Well, we had the Bronco. Well, I know we've had one, two. Hold on a minute. We've had a few 4-wheel drive vehicles. Never mind. I'll shut up. I've never needed one though. Really, I've played in them, but never needed one. trying to read Rob's lips.
Nope.
His mustache is too big though.
Okay, back.
You ever wonder about that? Whether or not deaf people hate people with mustaches? I know he's talking about me. What? It's funny. It's insensitive, but it's funny.
A bit. Hey, Squatch.
It's what?
So anyway, hi, Chipper, Squatch. Alicia, I didn't know you were in here.
Yeah, she said hi to you a while ago. She called you out by name and everything. She was like, "Oh, I've been
She
missing
did?
you, Rob." No, I was messing with you.
Well, she should have. I wouldn't have been surprised. I like Alicia.
I was watching all of her little videos on her trip through or whatever, but then she went to this cliff and looked down and haven't been able to go back.
That's probably, I don't know. I saw one where she was at Horseshoe Bend. There's some cool stuff. Thank you, Alicia. We love you too.
The Liz was showing me videos supposed to be people being silly or whatever, and it's somebody going over one of those rope bridges over the gorge or something, and they're down on their hands and knees and crawling with a seat belt and stuff. I'm like, no, that's just me. That's smart right there. If it's a steel bridge, you put magnets on your knees.
You would not like Angels Landing in Zion National Park then, because heights don't really bother me, and I've done lots of rock climbing, and you know I work up in some pretty high places.
Isn't that the one everybody dies on?
Not everybody. I mean, Happy
not
Bear and I
everybody.
made it back.
A lot of people, they fall off of it. That's the one where you're falling up the rocks and there's little bitty handrails and
A couple of spots are like that. Yeah, they got some change. I mean, there's always something to hold on to, so there's no reason to fall off. Wow.
you can't take a selfie and hold on to the safety chain at the same time for crying out loud.
Hook a leg over it. Pose take across. Hey, yeah. Alicia, I thought you had probably done that. I thought you'd probably been there because I know you've been to Zion at least a couple of times. Zion's a pretty place. There's a lot of cool, pretty stuff in Utah. Man, I love southeastern and south central Utah. Boy, just great. And even the rivers up north. I've never spent any time in northern and western Utah to speak of. But there's a lot of really cool stuff. Can't do it. Yeah. No, I get it. It's intimidating to go up there. Well, we lost Wes, which, okay. I think the whole live stream just dropped out. So I'm still getting, no Wes, but I'm still here. That's all we need. I'll just take over from here. I'll tell you everything Wes would have and should have said. So I'm going to put something in the chat here just to see. Connect my account. What? Connect your YouTube account to join. Oh, I know what I need to do. Go over here and do it. So I'm not singing anybody a song. Probably not.
That's rude.
Oh, we thought we got rid of you.
No, the plan to disconnect my internet did not work. I play extra for that Elon Musk crap. So whenever one
No.
satellite goes down, it goes to the next one.
I wondered about that. I knew you had that, so I wasn't sure if y'all had a lot of clouds or whatever.
Yeah, I guess that's what happened. And it does it every once in a while. It's not like regular satellite where when the clouds come in, boom, you lose the internet. I will give it that. It's a lot better than our previous satellite internet.
And I for a while had nothing. I mean, couldn't get my internet to work, and all of a sudden it started working again. I mean, I was seriously thinking, okay, I'm gonna have to send Elon a check to get going. But all of a sudden mine's back, and it's been great. I don't know why, but I'm glad. Not what you might as well not expect that, Squash.
That's not going to happen.
West Twerks, I'm leaving.
West Twerks, somebody better dial 911 because he's already slipped something and now he's got a discount.
Yeah, if either one of us twerk, it means something's wrong. It doesn't mean we're trying to get views or anything.
It means I finally found that scorpion. And I do not like where he's playing.
And yeah, David, there have been a couple of solar flares, but nothing pointed directly at us. We'll catch a glancing blow. In fact, your solar flare report, we've had a couple of M-class flares the last 2 or 3 days, and then X3 yesterday, I think, but it was on the departing limb, and we will only get the very smallest edge of it, probably. But it was a long duration flare, so that builds up. We're in about a level 2 proton storm. Here's a bunch of stuff y'all didn't want to know, so you're welcome. Alicia, it is always so good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Okay, Alicia, be careful. Don't drive off of none of them really scary roads.
All right, C103 just responded to Corsair, and I don't see anything from him except...
He probably just got the notification on a video or something. Yeah,
okay.
I got 2 notifications. Let me see what we've got going on here.
I almost wore my Corsair Trainers sweatshirt, but it's not cool enough in the house to need it.
And I started to put mine on because it's cool enough out here. I've got this man.
Yeah,
I need to get hold of Maps. Matt A, and he needs to send me another hoodie. This one's wearing out. I wear this thing for everything, man. I love this thing.
He will send you one. You be careful what you ask for. He'll send you something. That's a pretty good guy.
Yeah. Man, I feel really bad because he sent me a Mora with my name on it, and it had it on my belt when I was kayaking. And then I hit it off, and I flipped out of the kayak. And when I got back in the kayak, the knife clip broke, and it's in the bottom of San Antonio River somewhere. That's okay. I'm fine.
We'll go magnet fishing for it.
I didn't drown, but the knife did. And man, I got back out of the boat too. I'm all. It was right there, because there's the water shallow up here, and then when you go through the rocks.
Yep.
So I am finding it.
Oh, that's a drag. That really is.
That's okay. I lost some cigarettes at the same time. I did find them about a mile down the river, though. So.
Chipper Matt hadn't done a video in a while. He talked about it, but he's busy with his job and taking care of little kids and all that kind of stuff. I even sent him a tripod. Man, it's been a while back. Hoping to encourage him to do some videos, and he hadn't, but I expect eventually he will.
I've got a list of videos that I want to do, and I fully intend on doing them. I can get around to them, and they're all pretty good. I like that. We did that video on the post-collapse toilet stuff or whatever. And that's what Corsair just posted was a sanitation. So he obviously watches your videos.
Yeah, he had commented on it a couple of other people actually had, in the last week, I saw a couple of other people had posted videos kind of like that. It's funny, you know, for whatever reason, a lot of people seem to think in the same vein a little bit.
Hey, Wayne.
Wayne. Hey, Wayne. There he is. There's Mr. Steve. I'm better in hoodies or shirts. I've got a shirt on, and Wes has a hoodie on. What is he talking about? Bullet resistant. Ha! Yeah, I'll take your word for that one. I won't test that.
Not gonna. That's my son still tries to get me to put them gators on that Smolo got me and let him shoot me with a 12 gauge. It's not happening, man. He says, but Dad, it says right here they'll stop birdshot. I don't care.
It'd be a good video.
About my shoes stopping birdshot.
West Painless, huh?
West Painless, that would be something else.
That's what. Who was it? Chipper put C103 put that on there.
Yeah,
he's like me. He sees a bunch of words at once and they form up however they want to. I do that all the time. I'll see words on a poster or something and look away and be like, that cannot be what that said. I have to go back and look at it, get them straightened out again. What kind of pizza is that? Is that a Caesar's? What kind of pizza is that?
I'm sorry, I forgot to put that up there for
annoying words.
For Mark. What's this one? Or that's a better one.
No, you got it's called a streamer.
Yeah.
Grove.
Mark made the mistake of telling me that he hates it when people put those up there because he just sits there and keeps reading them.
Over and over.
I like that.
Yeah, I hate that t-shirt. My wife has a t-shirt that she wears. She won't wear it for a month or two, and then she puts it on when I'm not expecting it, and she gets me with it every time. It says, "What kind of?"
No, only stupid people
yeah.
stand around and read other people's shirts.
Only stupid people stand around and read it.
Well,
and she takes it off and puts it somewhere so I can't get to it.
Oh,
so I can't get rid of it. But anyway,
you got a heater going there in your pantry?
Yeah. Well, it's
well,
not going
not on,
but
it's
I don't know what 16 here it is.
Oh wow,
it's not bad.
I don't know, man. I think if we got the t-shirts out there, they might do something. But we never did get a good push on the t-shirts. I can go get one and let everybody see what they are. I mean, you can get it. I think I like the way they come out. Myself. But for any of y'all that don't know what Sasquatch is talking about, we did a small run of shirts. They say no more, and they've got the circle with a line through it, and it's like we're done with the bullshit. So I don't care what your pronouns are, man. You're either a he or she. That's it. Yeah, if you want to be it, I'll give you it. But if you tell me your pronouns are them and they, I'm going to call you it. Because if you don't know, it's an it. That's simple. And I know that's insensitive, but it's also accurate. There's the wind, and the rain's harder now.
Oh, I started to see what the temperature was here. It is, it's only 40 degrees here. And now they backed off the tree. They don't have a clue what's going to happen. Well, I said it was supposed to get started at 9. Now it's supposed to get started at 11.
No,
they don't know.
What was it? Thursday was supposed to be or no, Friday. Friday was supposed to be good weather.
It started raining.
Rained on us.
Yeah, out of nowhere, we got a sprinkle. I mean, not enough to even get excited about.
It settled the dust or whatever. Now we got enough this morning that I was able to drive without kicking up dirt. I like that.
Okay, so in a bit of important kind of news, I guess we'll call it important. I'm gonna look at my phone. I got a thing today. Reese, in fact, I'll be at Reese's tomorrow. I'll tell him you said hi.
All right.
Sent a thing. He sent me a thing on. It may be called X. I'm still going to call it Twitter though. It's just X. X was a Mexican radio station when I was a kid that we could listen to coming in. I think it was coming in out of Juarez, either Juarez or no, I don't think it was Ojinaga. I think it was coming out of Juarez. But it was a sheriff out of Butler County, and I think that was Ohio. I'm not sure. That was talking about that they had a meeting with the FBI. Wayne, you probably heard about this. In fact, Mark, Chipper, y'all may have heard about this too. But the FBI, which makes you skeptical to begin with, met with a bunch of sheriffs to warn them that, and then I've actually seen a couple of other things, a couple of different news sources, that the Chinese are planning to do something. Everybody knows that with all the people coming across the border unchecked, loads of them are Chinese nationals and places from other nefarious actors that are planning to. My belief is they're here for a reason. They're not just coming over incidentally wanting to live the American dream. But this FBI briefing warned all the sheriffs that something is getting ready to kick off. And it wasn't a matter of if, but a matter of when. And that's not hard to believe. In fact, one of the things he said was that China has safe houses in every state in the country right now. In some places, obviously more than one or two. I will see if I can, you know what? I don't have a clue how to try to share that here. But yeah, exactly, Wayne. We've all known this was happening. And so now, now it's even more of a reason to be ready. And that's kind of grim because there's a fairly good report here. But if any of y'all are on Twitter and want to come find me, I can forward this link to you. Otherwise, I might be able to share it on what is that page called, Wes, on our YouTube channels that you can just post a
community.
That one, yeah. I'll see if I can post it on there. I'll see if I can figure that out. Maybe I can rub enough brain cells to figure out how to do that.
Oh, it took X off because I didn't ever use it.
And who put it on their ZZ Top? Yes, says Dad. Heard it on the X. That's exactly right. That's a great song. That was a great album. That was possibly my favorite ZZ Top album, Fandango. But yeah, when I was a kid, man, there was a radio station out of Juarez, something or another, Eckies, that would just pump out the volume at night, man. They'd turn their wattage up to who knows what, because they didn't have to worry about laws. They bust out everything.
Yeah.
That and KOMA out of Oklahoma City. That was what we listened to down here. Do you remember that, Wes? KOMA? Did you used to listen to that at night?
Oh, that sounds so familiar.
Yep. KOMA, Oklahoma City.
Was that an AM station?
Yep, AM station, 1520, I think.
1520 or... God, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, it is. I had a radio that you had to turn it on and you could see inside of it, the tubes would light up. It was a clock radio, plastic about that big. And you turn it on, you see them tubes start glowing in there, and crackle a little bit, and then man, here he'd come. And boy, I mean, it was an AM radio pickup machine.
Yep.
Cool. C103, good. Yep, Wayne, I do too, man. Everywhere I go, I am ready in case something kicks off, man. I feel like I'm paranoid, but yet, you know, I got a fire extinguisher in here too, so not paranoid, just being ready, I guess. What is that?
That humming noise?
Yeah.
That is my little girlfriend that keeps my butt warm.
Aha. I thought it was my headphones. Earlier, my headphones were doing something weird. When Zach was on a while ago, I was getting this staticky sound that I couldn't hear on the coming out of the laptop, but in my headphones, it was like constant static and crackle. But I'm not hearing it now, so I don't know. The mothership, yes, it is.
I kind of, I hope he's not too tired to keep going because that was actually a pretty decent live stream.
Yeah,
They were just getting wound up pretty good when I had to back out. So.
yeah, same here. That's okay. Everybody'd rather listen to you anyway, Wes.
That's just the way it is. I mean, I've got more people in here right now than I've had in any of my last live streams.
No, 14.
That's because I haven't been doing them, man. I've been being really bad about it. But it's my wife works all week, and then he's home on Saturday, and so all of the failures to complete that I do during the week, she assists me in finding the desire to complete them. So usually by Saturday night, I really don't feel like being in here.
Yeah.
Man, we hit it really hard Thursday and Friday, and then today we just really, we still did a lot, but it was just piddling. So I'm not exhausted.
I'm still looking over here on my other laptop, and I'm only showing one thumb up. Surely everybody's hit that thumbs up by now. I don't know why it hadn't updated over here on this one.
Oh, they probably just don't like you, Rob.
It's your live stream.
I
So
know,
it ain't
but
reflection
ordinarily
on me.
there'd be more thumbs up than there were people. I'm just saying. Hold on, let me go look. It's probably gonna say make music in a minute, but that's okay. It's not a copyright. So hold on.
Make music.
Yeah, and I've got it set to come in as a new subscriber or whatever. Oh no, it's gonna do that. Okay. Says I got
Okay.
12 watching.
Yankee Watchdog, we'll see you, bud. Glad you were here. I didn't talk to you much. I've been very distracted. Yes.
Says I got 10 thumbs ups. 10 thumbs
Chipper
up.
shows 3. Squatch sees 9. That's just weird. Everybody sees different numbers. What the heck? I don't know why that is. By the way,
That's
Steve
cool.
wants you to dance or something.
It shows 14 on StreamYard right now, but it only shows 12 on YouTube. And it should show more because I just went over there.
Well, we lost
Later, Yankee.
Yeah, we lost Yankee, and I thought somebody else said they were dropping out. I don't know. Where is David? David, where are you? What part of the world?
Maine. I just caught that.
Maine? Oh, yeah. You know, I saw him post something about that a while ago, so that makes sense. Yeah, he said it may be supposed to get. Hey, Ben.
Hey, Ben. Holy crap. How are you
I
doing?
haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, he said it's supposed to get down to minus 35. That's like the temperatures I used to see when I lived in the Colorado mountains. Good grief. That'll keep your beer cold. Ben, I don't suppose you've moved back down here to this part of Texas, have you? I'm guessing you're still up north where you were.
Now I wish I could keep up with where everybody's from. I used to be able to do that. Sucks. I'm sure people get really tired of me asking, but just get over it.
Yeah. No, didn't think so.
Had somebody pop in and comment on one of my things the other day that hadn't talked to Twisted Metals of Texas. I'm like, wow, I haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah. Did you talk to him at all?
No, not really. No, just
His, if any of y'all know who that is, TMOT, Twisted Metals of Texas. He was one of my early first subscribers a long time ago. His oldest daughter, got killed.
Oh no!
Around Christmas sometime. He reached out to me the other day and was talking to me, asking, how do you deal with it? I'm like, what do you say? You know, I said, man. So I've been trying to stay in touch with him because, you know, when we went through it, all the people that stayed in touch with me and checked on me once in a while, that made a big difference. And I can never say it enough. Thank you to everybody that did that. That was big. But yeah, man, that broke my heart. Anytime I hear something like that happening, that hurts.
I lost a nephew year before last. I didn't even tell anybody.
Grief.
He was fine. He was fine, man. And then he just got up on top of a 3-story building and swan dived head first into the concrete on purpose.
Man, that's hard.
He was
That's
16
hard.
years old. I mean, it's
How old?
16.
Wow. Hey, man.
I mean,
Yeah. You know, I've often thought, I think I would, if I ever had some bad cancer or something like that was going to be hard to go out with and something awful, that I would have the courage to maybe do a Peter Pan off the top of one of these grain elevators while I was up there working. I don't know, though. I don't know. I don't know what would be the right call on that.
I'm not going to commit suicide, but I am going to go in there and try to whip that polar bear's ass.
But you know, it'd be my luck if I did something like that or did a Peter Pan. It wouldn't kill me. It would just mangle me up worse, and there I'd be.
In my luck, I'm going to climb down there, get up through the other side with them lions or whatever, slap him. He's just going to put his palm and start licking me in the face.
Yeah.
I'm playing. No, be vicious.
Yeah, chew off your hands and maul you up a little bit, and then okay, I'm done with you. Good grief.
Probably
okay,
brush his teeth and stuff, and don't even get a decent infection.
Yeah. All right. Sid's dad is agreeing with Wayne, which is problematic in and of itself.
They're talking about the interview with Putin and stuff. I want to watch that, but I didn't get to see it.
Man, it was good. I'm only about 50 minutes into it, but it was. I don't know how much to believe or not believe, but the history lesson that Putin gave, and maybe our standards are low in looking at a world leader giving an interview, but sitting there watching Vlad give the history of his country all the way back from 800 to current time, man, that was impressive. That was impressive. After he did all that, it made a lot more sense why they went back in to take that part of Ukraine. I'd kind of always thought it. I've always told everybody we need to stay out of that. That's just part of Russia. They want it back. You know, everybody knows who it belongs to. And they did that. Did you know one of the things I learned? Here we go, a little tidbit. That Ukraine, way back when, was not a country. Ukraine was the word they used for outlying areas around Russia, especially in the south and west. And that's what, when they referred to Ukraine, that just meant the border regions that were out there on the edge.
Yeah, and a lot of the section, the disputed section of Ukraine now, was literally gifted to the province. The province, not country, province of Ukraine by Stalin. So,
yeah. He gave all the history, and you soon realize everything is so screwed up over there. There's never going to be any peace, because as soon as somebody thinks they can go get something back that belongs to them, they're going to do it. Yeah. Yeah. All in all, we need to have our butts out of there and not be sending money over to them. I'm sick of that. The frontier, good. Yes, Squatch. Exactly. Yes, he did, Oliver. He sure did. You know, it's hard to know what to believe, but yeah, it was a good history lesson. And he started, and I was like, oh, good grief. But I was riveted the whole time.
He's not going around dropping IEDs on guys in trenches trying to run phone wires and stuff.
Oh, my gosh.
From hobby drones supplied by U.S. citizens. I mean,
Yeah.
just saying.
Holy cow. Some of those videos, that's an aspect of warfare I never thought about, man. It's not funny, but it's sort of funny. Those guys see a drone coming, and it's like when you got a wasp trying to get you, you're swatting at it and trying to get away, but you ain't getting away.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, that's start carrying a 12 gauge and be good at it. When it comes around, you're like, pull, bam. That's the only chance.
They talk about Ukraine stopping all them tanks and stuff on their way to Kiev. Do you realize they had to flood, I don't know, was it 10 or 15 villages with people in them to do
I
that?
didn't know that. I
They
had not
blew
heard that.
dams and flooded farm areas.
I did hear something about that now that you say
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I'm pretty sure none of those little old ladies and little old men died.
I'm sure.
I'm sure. And the water didn't hit the tanks. The water was already gone by the time they got there, and they just drove into the mud, and that was the end of them. It's
Yeah. And I
Zelensky
agree.
is
What
a
Wayne
and we got no business being over there.
Wayne and Oliver both just said it. They're exactly right. Not our monkeys, not our circus.
Yeah, we got no business. We got a lot less business spending money over there. Well, it's kind of weird. The guy that's the most powerful man in the world right now is heavily invested in that frontier.
Yes, he has been for a while. That's been obvious since the very beginning, and I don't know why nobody figures it out.
I would just really like to know whose hand is stuck up that puppet's butt.
Amen.
Because that's who we need to be looking out. But that's who we need to know who is. We never will. Well, we won't until it's too late. And because I'm sorry, that guy don't got the sense to do.
The dude's gone. I mean, they just declared him so mentally incompetent that he can't even stand trial. But on the other hand, it's
Something
okay.
he did when he was supposedly competent as the vice president.
He wasn't very competent then. I mean, but he was on his game a little bit then, though. At least, I mean, as far as trying to keep his money going, and
Don't want to think about it. The last two Democratic leaders of the country. I mean, just go with me on this.
using that word.
The one guy was an almost unknown senator of questionable citizenship who had never actually voted on a single thing his entire tenure as a senator. Swept across the country and won the vote and became the president.
That one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then yeah. And then it was weird, the lady that was supposed to follow him, whose election plan was quite similar to that of Biden, only it got bit in the butt by Facebook.
They got caught off guard.
And all the other places, which immediately after that election failed, they shredded the ability to use YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and then wow, lo and behold, the next election, guess what happens? I'm not saying it was rigged. I'm just saying
I'll say it. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I mean, only a fool wouldn't see it, but there's a different set of standards and justice on that side right there. Look at that. Two prominent Democrat the people at the top of the food chain both have been let off the hook by the Justice Department of this country. She got let off. I mean, they sit there and listed when Comey stood there and listed everything she did wrong, and it wasn't, he said, not even speculation. This is what she did. And somebody asked, were they going to prosecute? He said, no, nobody in their right mind would prosecute this.
But they have spent how many millions or billions of dollars trying to hang Trump out for?
Yeah, 900 and some odd charges they've levied against him, which is just an insane. And as soon as you see that, you know that's not a real number. That's
Yeah.
just they've like, oh, he cleaned his toenails in public one time. We're going to charge him for that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not necessarily a Trump fan. I like him, but I get aggravated at him sometimes for stuff he does. But here's the thing, and here is the thing. For our side, we want perfection. That's what we're about. We want perfection and everybody to be just right. And as soon as somebody we like does one thing wrong, we throw them to the rubbish heap. And we're never going to have somebody that's perfect up there. Whoever you got to.
The
I
only
hate
people
the
running
idea-
for office are human beings, man.
Yes. I hate the idea of saying you have to pick the lesser of two evils. That's a very negative way to put it. You have to pick you have to pick the better of two humans. That's where in fact, hey, I'm gonna trademark or copyright that. You pick the better of two candidates. Neither one of them may be any good, but you're going to get one of them. You
Yeah.
pick the better one. And hope you can upscale it from there.
And I think if we'd have got just a few more people to go out there and vote, whether their vote was going to matter or not, it would have caused them to push their little scheme so hard that there's no way they could have covered it up.
Yeah.
They already had to
Maybe.
push it so hard that it's really, I mean, it's obvious. I mean,
Yeah.
they would have had to invent more Democratic voters than there were registered voters. You know?
Yeah. 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 And I mean, obviously, there's nothing to be done about it now, but it's good not. This next year, the next 2 years,
I don't
Could
think
get
we'll
really-
survive the election. I do not believe we will survive the election. It doesn't
I
matter.
don't
I think it's going to blow up. If Orange Man wins, then the left is going to burn every major metropolitan area in the world down.
Yep. Yep.
And if the other side gets it, they're going to go full bore, full tilt, and something's going to have to happen.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting to know it, especially with this recent thing that happened. It's almost like they're figuring out a way to give themselves plausible reason to ditch Uncle Joe and get rid of him and put somebody else in there. I can't imagine they're going to run Cammie. There's no way they would do that. That would be suicide. But they may very well want to not get this one so that they can do everything they got lined up to implode all the bad stuff that they're getting settled out and then blame it on the Orange Man.
On the Orange Man, I think they're going to let him have it this time. Because then they can let the country fall apart and then they can swoop in. I know I'm sounding awful tribulation and stuff, but then they can swoop in and save it.
Yeah. The one way you'll know that that's not their plan is if they pick Big Mike or Newsom to run, something like that. I don't know.
Surely nobody in their right mind would let that person be in charge of their area of the world.
They wouldn't. That is the good and bad thing about the left is they would back the devil if it was their candidate. They'd jump in and go like, yeah, he's our guy. And no, they might, because not to change subjects, but remember that guy up in Iowa, I think it was Iowa the other day, that was like, I can't be happy with the devil statue being in the courthouse, went down there, knocked it over, chopped its head off, and now they're charging him with a hate crime for chopping off the head of a devil statue. Meanwhile, all across the rest of the country, every left-wing activist that there is can tear down any other statue, even My gosh, even the statue of Jackie Robinson in Kansas City and destroyed that, and they don't get charged with anything. Nah, man, we're in weird times here. We really are. Lord Newsom, Corsair. If we get Newsom, it's your fault. You're right there by him. You could go over to his house and take care of business. I'm just saying that.
And I'm gonna burn your sweatshirt.
You did. We have a Corsair trainer shirt.
What's your shirt burning thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is why I
really
like
worried
this
about
group of people.
I'm really worried about the blue hard hat thing. I had me a little shooting range set up where I went because we had a resale shop here, and you can buy. They got hard hats in there for like $2, and there was a whole bunch of blue ones. I shot them bitches out the holes, man. And,
I need to
and they
do
didn't
that. I was
go up. I did all that for nothing.
that was
back
cleaning my.
before I was really doing much. That was back when I was getting like 6 and 5 views on my videos.
Oh, I kind of remember that. I had forgotten about that.
It was. I used to be a little bit more radical about what I said on the YouTube.
I still am. What do I care? Yeah. I mean, what do I care? I hadn't made a video in like 2 months. Good grief. I've been pathetic. I have. I've been working I'm getting too old to work this dang much.
Yep.
And yes,
The guy that I with you was on the phone talking about that firewood I'm getting. The same guy's leasing the land directly across the road from me. And there's a really big old farmhouse that's falling down. I mean, literally the cows keep knocking pieces of it off. But I just noticed the cows have walked it down around it enough.
Yep.
I can see the stairs going down into a basement.
hey,
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna ask the guy if I can go look.
better to ask forgiveness than permission.
Nah,
No, I know. I'm kidding. In this
this
case,
guy's got a pretty big gun. And he's gonna say, yeah, just be careful.
yeah, Steve, what Mark said.
What? Hold on. I'm gonna watch that on the phone. I have a meme for.
Get off.
I'm gonna send. I'll send you a meme when I get my phone back there, Steve. Yeah, just shut up and row, Corsairs. This ain't your I got a better job for you. Get on the exercise bike and charge the batteries.
The rum, yeah. See, this is the drum deep. I keep turning the wrong direction. It's like looking in a mirror and not knowing how to cut that hair because you go the wrong direction. The DRUM shirt.
Despicable rainbow unicorn.
That's the beauty of this shirt. The D can stand for anything you
Whatever
want it to
you
stand
want it
for.
to.
Yeah.
I was running out of drinks. I just put more liquor in it. That'll slow me down on the sipping, I guess.
Yeah, it won't.
This cup now has bourbon, rum, and tequila in it. Let's see how this is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
if
like
you can
candy.
drink that, you ought to put a little gin in there just to.
Oh man, I can't do the gin, dude.
I can't. Do
Everybody's
gin.
talking about these wild foods. You hear all the. You've got these books, and this is so good for you, and this is so good for you. I'm sitting. Yeah. I've got my little jury rig deer blind, waiting because there's this huge buck on this section of the property, right? But all we ever see him is in the wheat field adjacent. So we moved everything. We're over there. We're waiting, and I look up, and the juniper berries are ripe. And I'm like, these are supposed to be good for you. Oh man, it's freaking turpentine, dude.
Yeah, they're
That's
nasty.
Shit.
They're nasty.
Oh. And then my fingers were purple. And my son's over there. He's got a blind, and he could see me over there gagging. He thinks it's funny. I don't think it's funny at all.
Hey, speaking of funny things to watch, I don't guess you saw the video that Abe did on his lighters, part 2 on that.
Oh, when he caught his
really,
hand on fire.
that was a lot.
I still watch this stuff.
I had a drink. I about spit it out. I'm glad I didn't have a full drink of it. That was great.
I was like, ouch. And honestly, I felt bad because I wanted to yell into the video because when he took the top off and he picked it up, you could see the glint of the liquid. I'm like,
Yeah,
it was too late, man. It was.
Yeah.
It was
I did that too. I was looking. I was like, "Oh, I don't know."
Just because it didn't leak out didn't mean it didn't leak a little bit.
Yeah.
I love it when you put your zip on your pocket upside down and you take it out and you strike it like. But at least it's got a little lid right there. You just close it real quick.
Poor
my wife-
Sasquatch. He is having hell typing tonight, ain't he? I had to read that comment. I was like, Finland to Easter. Oh, where's Easter? I don't know where that is.
Well, yeah, they're telling people to get ready for war over there.
Yeah.
If you look at Venezuela and what's that? Their little neighbor down there, they're fixing to go at it.
What, Colombia?
No, starts with a B.
Brazil?
No,
Brazil ain't little. Oh, Belize.
Belize. Something
Yeah.
like that. Anyway, they're fixing. I mean, they're fixing to duke it out over some oil investment stuff.
Oh, yeah. Wayne, I'd rather have the urinary infection, I'm pretty sure.
Guyana, I don't know. Somebody down there. I'm like, and apparently there was a bunch of fires in one of the countries down there close to them. It's
Of course,
the
Guyana.
entire world is coming apart.
Guyana's an island, isn't it? I don't know. I'm not as strong on my geography in that part of the world. Yeah, correct, Oliver. I mean, I care about the rest of the world, but not as much as I care about us. We need to fix our own problems before we.
I just wonder why, and I know there's.
Oh, Belize is an island. I don't know. I live in a desert. I don't know what an island is.
Why are they dumping Central and South America? It's Central America and Northern South America. They're shipping all of their pores out. They're shipping their pores and all of their military age males.
Shipping the pores to us, probably. Maybe where a lot of those caravan, what do they call them, the immigrant caravans are coming.
They're being told to go up there so they can cover for all. I think I don't know, but one part of my brain says they're causing the rush and those people to go up there to cover for the other ones that are going in.
Huh.
And the governments down there are in on it because they're getting rid of the people that they're sick and tired of taking care of anyway. And if they happen to die in a civil war in the U.S., who cares?
Yeah.
And whenever them people starting to join the U.S. military and stuff because there's a lot of opportunities for guys with a green card in the military. So,
by the way, we're going to do a correction here, Uman. Belize is not an island. I didn't think it was. It's also nowhere near Venezuela either. It borders Guatemala and Mexico. So, okay. Guyana, however, let me get back. Let me find. Where's Venezuela? Right there. Venezuela is further around than I thought. It does border Colombia. Trinidad and Tobago is an island. I mean, there's Guyana right there. How about that? Yep. Next to Suriname. I couldn't have told you where Suriname was. I thought that was over around India. What did they used to call that area?
Is there a country down there named Suriname or whatever?
There is a country named Suriname. Sure is. Guyana, Georgetown. Yep. Okay. So that's next door. How about that? Here we go. Welcome to Geography with Rob and Wes.
Yeah.
It's more fun than you think.
I thought the Puerto Ricans were bad.
And then French Guiana. Okay, this may be one of the reasons I've always been confused. There's Guyana, Guyana, which is the one that we were just talking about a second ago. And then you cross over into Suriname, but then you get into French Guiana, which is Guiana. You leave it to the French to have to change everything. And I'm kidding. Or not.
The Darien Gap in Central Panama.
How about that? I know a whole lot more about South American geography than I did 5 minutes ago. Sure enough.
Man, I can tell you everything you need to know about it. It's under Mexico.
Way south.
It's way south.
Cool. Go me.
So it's
Catch up on
Guyana and Venezuela.
And the Bahamas. Yes, Squatch, I did. I'm going to go back there one of these days. Some cool places to dive, man. There's some pretty water down there.
I am not going to Cuba. I was thinking about it now that we're like going where you can go to Cuba and stuff. But then I saw a video of a Cuban alligator and I'm like, nope. The alligators over there don't wait in the water for you to get close. They just wait for you to walk by. They jump up on all fours and chase you down like a damn dog. Like, no, they can go how fast? 30 miles an hour. I can limp on at about 15. So I'm just a snack.
See, Sri Lanka, no, Burma is who I was thinking of, Squatch. I was thinking of Burma. That's where I thought Suriname was kind of one of those, like, Burma, I don't think it's called Burma anymore, is it? I don't know. But, which always, that's how pathetic I am. I think of Burma, I think of Burmese tiger, and then I think of Bugs Bunny Roadrunner. The Roadrunner is a coyote, where the coyote dug a Burmese tiger trap and then fell into it, and the Burmese tiger came out of it. I'm simple-minded.
The Argentinians talking about trying to get the Balkans back again or something too?
Yes, they were. Boy, you want to get aid wound up pretty quick. The British do not want. Yeah. Kool-Aid is passed out.
Well, I've been
the Darien Gap. I've got to read about that. That's. I've got a video that I'm supposed to watch about the Darien Gap to catch me up with the Darien Gap? Africa. Central Panama, according to Sid's dad, which, Sid's dad's smarter than me, so I'm going to go with that's right.
Yeah, but what is it?
Well, I don't know. It ain't much because Panama isn't very big. I mean, Panama was small enough they dug a canal from the Pacific to the Atlantic. So
is it just like, two different folks that don't like each other, or is it like a hole? Or
I'm guessing it's a place where they can walk a lot of people through and not get caught. I don't know. Part of the ABC Islands. B is Bonaire, not Belize. Okay.
Where to go?
Man. Myanmar. Oh. Hey, I think that's right, Squatch. I think Myanmar is right. I can't keep up with those places. British kicked their butts the last. Yes, they did. And don't ask Aid because he'll go into it. But if you're ever here, I'm going to ask Aid and then walk away while you're getting the whole story.
Oh, you don't think I've heard it? Somebody got him a handgun that was made by Venezuelans or whatever, man. I thought he was going to ask for a chainsaw or a hacksaw or something. Yeah. Man, I'm freaking chain smoking tonight. I don't understand why.
Watch colonials. Squatch, you and Steve are going to get teamed up here in a minute. That sounds like something he'd say. Your country goes through. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Wayne. Beyond that, I don't know much about it though.
Well, I know it ain't down there at that park no more.
Eagle Pass. Yeah, they shut that 2-mile stretch down, and of course now all they got to do is just walk around the edge of it.
I wonder if anybody's
Anyway.
taking them up on the razor wire. The Wheelie Boy,
Really
our governor, he offered to. Sorry, that's insensitive.
a bit.
He offered to supply razor wire to any of the private property owners on either side that wanted some.
Oh, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah,
I bet they hadn't, because I bet a lot of them know if they did that, that would just piss off the people that were coming across and incur their wrath, which I'd be tempted to do it, but it might not be very smart.
so if he wants to shut that border down, all he has to do is make a public proclamation that there will be no prosecution for landowners defending their property boundaries against
Yeah.
people or non-resident, whatever.
Right.
Just
That
word
would
it
that
where
would
if you see an illegal and they don't want to turn around and go the other direction, that's it. You don't have to arrest them. Just get your backhoe.
yeah, that would get ugly quick though, because there'd be a lot of the ranchers would start capping them efforts as they come through, but then the cartels would be like, oh, we can't be having that, and it would get ugly in a hurry.
And then we would be doing what we need to. We do not need to be in Iraq, Afghanistan.
No, we don't.
I think we need to be down there carting some, what do you call it, drones and stuff down there by the cartels.
Yeah,
We can drop them some Amazon packages that go and
yeah. Get some of those Ukrainian drone pilots over here and be like, do your thing.
Don't we have like these super quiet, stealthy things with a big gun on the front of them that can fly over there?
Yeah,
Look, there's a real pretty house with hippos. The only
but you
thing
know, we talk about that. We wouldn't like that because ultimately, man, it's a tough line. I don't want to see people, the ones that are coming across, because they've been enticed to come across. It ain't their fault that they're like, we can go have a better life. That's what they're wanting to do. And to see them get zippoed, man, I don't know.
But that's until they've got us, because we have morals and we can't do, or we don't want to do.
Yes.
You know, if it was the other way around and we were trying to get back home after being deported, you know, we all escape, we all get shipped, all the Reds get shipped to Venezuela or something.
Yeah. And
we were
Wes,
able
that
get back,
goes,
they'd shoot us.
and that goes exactly to the point that I mentioned a while ago, that the left will do whatever horrible thing they need to, but because of our morals, most of us, and our sense of right and wrong and wanting to do things right, we don't, and mostly won't do stuff like that. And they're counting on that. That's our weakness. That's our strength and our weakness at the same time. You know, if we prevail, then it was our strength. But if we go under, that was our weakness, and we should have been willing to do the hard thing.
Yeah, it's going to turn out the way it's going to turn out.
Yeah.
And I just, man, I don't want to see my grandkids starve.
Right.
I was in hog heaven earlier today, man. I had 5 of my grandkids on the property all at one time.
Your grandkids aren't going to starve because you're aware of what's going on. You have taken prudent and good measures to prevent that from happening. I mean, look over your right shoulder there. Yeah, over your right shoulder. You know, there we go.
I'm not. They can't have none of my cabbage.
Hey,
Their stuff's all over there.
they have some of the pork and beans, but
Yeah, they get the pork and beans. No, we have got so much money invested in dried fruit and dried cereals and
yeah,
all the stuff little kids could live off of.
And you got cattle. You got, I say you got cattle. You got a couple of
Man,
cows.
I got a couple of cattle. Man, I'm working on it. I'm gonna have that. She'll let me touch her and stuff now. She was wilder than Mark Flair when we got her.
You know, in fact, for everybody not from Texas, we got a saying that somebody's all hat and no cattle. You know, guys that dress like they're cattle guys, which I do sometimes. It's just a style around here. But Wes, at this point, though, is all cattle and no hat, dude. You need a good Stetson up there.
I mean, I have thought about buying me a Stetson, but
Resistol is a better hat.
if I could get a straw hat made to my skull,
yeah,
I would do it. But I cannot get a straw hat to fit my head.
Yes, you can. You go somewhere where they sell straw hats. They've probably got a steaming machine back there, and they can fit that rascal to your head, and it'll be good.
Because if I put one on and wear it for 30 minutes or whatever,
yeah,
I've got these. Don't tell anybody. I've got these Eastern European ridges right here. No, my wife tells me it's just my horns that are stuck up under my skin, but
she ain't
put
wrong.
pressure on those for a while. You got a thing called a headache. That's why this is what I wear because they form right around it. And boom.
Yeah. You know, I got
my felt hats. The first thing I do is take the headband out of it and just put them down on my head. I got one of those right there. Are you going to show us your hat? Oh, I thought you got your hat. Oh, you did get it.
Talking about the ridges. Apparently, I got them too. I'm not claiming any kin to you, but you never know. My cousin Scott gave me this hat right here. He had one on that was just like it, and I was like, "Hey, wow, that's a pretty cool hat." He said, "You want one?" I'm like, but I put this on, and this part's right here, I just hadn't got it broke in good. I wear it for about 30 minutes, and it begins to hurt right in through my horns where they're under the skin. But
I have to get I soak the hat in water. You put the hat in the water. It takes 5 minutes to get it wet all the way through.
Yep.
Then you put it on and you wear it till it's dry. That's
your
only option, man.
Yep, that's the way. I don't, for everybody that wonders, I don't often wear baseball caps and brimmed hats and stuff because now that I've gotten older, I can't see up. If I got my glasses on, I can't see stuff that's up close. I have to look over the top of my glasses. And what winds up happening is I lean in to see something and bump my head against my brim against something and get mad and wing it off out somewhere.
He's the kind of guy that takes an X-Acto knife to his cap and cuts the bib off.
Cut the bib.
Thank you.
What'd she bring you?
On my phone back.
You got your privileges back, huh?
Yeah, I'm ungrounded. Hold on, I gotta do this real quick because somebody think he's funny.
Mandarin, Squatch, do you speak Mandarin? I have wondered if that might be a good thing to learn it. I don't know the first word. Well, I guess I do. I can say please and what can I say? Please and thank you, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway. Correct, says Dad.
There, I sent you something, Corsair. You need to look at that. There's your rainbow unicorn, buddy.
I can never get my mustache even. I know y'all care about this. Just this side over here is typically bushier, and this side, this side's bushier, and this side's more pointed.
My wife will not let me put it in the ponytail or braided or nothing.
Really? Happy Hair's got some clips that would go on that pretty good.
Hey, I'm gonna get it cut off tomorrow. I'm gonna get it trimmed tomorrow. This isn't the longest I've ever had it, but I can't lean forward and eat my soup.
Oh, yeah.
I spill it on the table or put my beard in it.
When I can't get a drink of anything without having to get a napkin and clean my mustache because it's all dripping down.
Oh yeah,
I can eat.
You're gonna make me barf. the Lord, I came out here at the wrong time.
I try to eat like this, but she doesn't like it in the restaurant.
But you know, having it in the mustache is not terrible because you know a couple of minutes later, if you get thirsty and your drink's empty, you just go
Okay,
and get.
I love you.
we ought not to do that.
She's gonna kill me when I go to bed. Damn it! I'm in trouble now for the wheelie wheels. Oh.
Oh yeah, since Dad, I guess you did, didn't you? I hadn't thought about that. Man, isn't that weird? There have been times in the past I've been like, I'm gonna shave my mustache off. I do it, and my upper lip feels that big, man. It's sensitive. I'm like weird to touch.
You could land Cessna on my upper lip, man. That's what it feels like anyway.
Yeah.
And besides, I look exactly like my older brother when I say, I'm like, damn, Stephen, when did you get here? In case y'all wondering, my older brother's an incredibly handsome man. And I gotta see what that squeaky noise is. That's driving me crazy.
Probably a tree limb raking up against something.
Well, it's not gonna make the noise when I open the door, so can't be another picture.
That's how that works.
It sounds like something rubbing on glass. I don't know what that would be though.
Yeah.
I can't speak well. I'm relearning American Sign Language very slowly.
Are you?
I knew how to talk that when I was because my middle son Sean, he actually he spent a year and a half unable to hear. They still don't know what happened. He went deaf. And
That's
then one day
weird.
he was like, I can hear y'all. It wasn't an act. We took him in and they tested him. They had him in hearing aids and everything.
Huh.
And they said it was probably going to get worse. So we all started learning sign language and stuff.
You know, it's weird. Christy teaches happy here. Christy teaches sign language and translates and does all that. Just taught lots of kids. My girls all were pretty good at sign language. I don't know nothing. I know chaos. That's it.
Well, my daughter is raising Eli to speak in sign language and English at the same time. He'll what are his? Now I'm going to mess it up. He's got help, more, please, all done. I mean, you got to watch because he'll call your name and then he'll start signing to you. He won't be saying anything. You got to what?
Yeah.
And he'll look at like I already told you once. And then he'll take the words and the signs and you're like,
I know a couple of words, I guess. I just stuff I remembered. I know, you know, thank you, milk,
Idaho hillbilly.
Applause when somebody does something good, you know, you're like, yay. A couple other ones that if I saw them do it, I'd remember it. But
I used to know Dr. Pepper. That was very important. And one of the guys I worked with when all this was going on, he was a deaf mute. And I knew enough by then that we could sort of communicate across this building. And we were in the fab section and, you know, we'd be working 200, 300 feet away from each other, but we'd working on the same damn project. And he'd be mad and he could speak, but it was real slurred or whatever. And he'd be trying to explain something to somebody, and next thing you know, he'd be throwing everyone. I'd be like,
Huh?
then he'd start yelling and signing, and I yell back at the guy and say, he said, bring him his damn tape measure back. Stuff like
He
that.
said
It was,
He told you, now he's done telling you.
the guy was a good welder, though. Man, you don't have to be able to hear to do that.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, my turn to be back.
around here, you get carded, period. Doesn't matter how old you are. We actually, they pulled all of the beer and stuff out of one of the convenience stores because they got busted selling beer to a 12-year-old or something. So when I was 12 years old, they had to have somebody go buy it, which doesn't make it okay. I quit shaving or staying. I quit staying clean shaven when I quit the oil field. For five or 6 years, I kept a quarter of an inch of whiskers, and that was it. Sometimes I'd let it grow out half an inch or so, but there's a lot of people that think this is a religious statement. It's not. So. I need to hang my flag up out here. It's folded up all nice and neat. I can see it. Rob's got a cactus or two. Bunch of the tomatoes that I started are from Rob's, some seeds Rob gave me. The seeds that I was really hoping to find, I have not been able to put my hands on. I don't know what he's tearing up, but he's doing a good job of it. Anybody got anything cool to talk about out there? It was your Thumper, wasn't it, Sid's dad? How you doing anyway? You doing good? You getting healthy? You getting healthy? Getting strong? I do not like being in the summer without a beard. A beard is air conditioning here because you can get that beard wet and the breeze will throw through it and cool your face off. If you're clean shaven here and it's 110 degrees with a 20-mile-per-hour breeze, you're just burning your face off with the air. But at least you can, if you got a beard, you can spill your water when you're drinking it, and you got a nice cool breeze going across your neck for a minute. I bet if Rob decided to grow a full beard, he could make a beard.
Not that great. I tried when I was younger, and it was not impressive. kind of scraggly over on the side.
Well,
My dad can't grow a beard. Yeah, he's
I
tried
have
to grow
the
a
best
mustache
beard
a
in my,
couple of times.
well, my brother that the cancer took, he can grow a better beard than me. But now I have the best beard in my family.
Hi,
then-
Carol. You're still here. About 3 a.m., huh? Good to know.
Well, I don't like that report. Give me a new one.
Squatch bounced out. I didn't get to say bye. Squatch, if you are still here, man, good to see you.
Okay. See you later, Squatch. Call me sometime. We'll talk about those shirts. I guess I need to start. I guess I need to get you one. What size you wear? You want an XL, Rob? I'll get you another shirt.
Yeah, XL or even a 2XL.
Yeah,
Just loose. I like. I don't look good in from here, bottom of my rib cage up. I look good in a tight shirt.
Yeah.
Below that, not as much.
I got my little pew pew thing on or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's a little snug across the belly button. So, I'm actually losing a little bit of weight because I'm actually trying to be more active. Like I said, I've cut down on my. I don't know. I've been chain smoking. I usually don't smoke this much, people, anymore. I don't know what's going on. I've cut way back on my smoking. The plan is to be off of them by summer. We'll see.
That'd be good.
I don't think I'm going to gain any years, but I'd really like the years I got left to be better.
By the way, y'all keep your eyes open. Wes put the bug in my ear today. We've been talking about doing a video from the Apoca barn.
Yeah.
We haven't been there in a while. Sadly.
Really want to get down there.
When was the last time you were there?
I was there last month, but just for a while. I was there, and then I actually had thrown a bunch of bricks down on the road. I'm glad because I can throw them down, those bricks I told you I found, and then I can take the truck up there and pick them up. And I'm pretty sure I got them all picked up, but then apparently there was a gas leak, and they went down there by the road, and they did a bunch of stuff, and that's clean as a whistle right there, which gives me a good place to park.
Yeah.
But, I'm afraid they might have buried some of my bricks. So I'm slowly but surely getting me a collection of solid antique bricks. Slowly but surely.
Suppose there's any water in the creek back there?
You know what? There should be right now because we've had, and I never found it dry. I went down there all summer, and it was never dry.
Nice.
Right behind the property, there was always a little bit of water. My plan is to come up with something to get across that in. I want to go see that cliff on the other side. We may
that shouldn't be. Yeah, that shouldn't be hard to get across. There's that one spot down there, kind of almost like a little beaver dam looking thing. We should be able to augment that a little bit. It's not a beaver dam. It's just where stuff had washed up and kind of.
I want to find where the sandstone goes all the way across and try that, because if we step into any of that river sand, we're going to go up to our butts, man.
Yeah, right quick. I told you about that when I was a little kid and we lived there. I was with my dad singing Minnows. I don't remember where because I was a kid, but my recollection tells me it was where the Colorado River crosses I-20 over there just west of town. And we were right over there somewhere. And we went gone downstream from where it crosses, not very far. And Dad stepped into something. I had one end of that big seine net. I was a little guy too. I was maybe third or fourth grade, had one end of it. And he'd be out, I'd hold it up by the bank and we'd walk and I'd plant the pole and hang on while he would, rake them up. And he stepped into something and he just went zip right down there and had to use it. And me holding that net and him using that to pull himself back out of it, just covered with mud from all his armpits. all the way down. It's one of those deals. If I hadn't been there,
He'd been gone.
it
Yeah.
could have been bad. There's been an archaeologist digging him up 1,000 years
Yes,
from now,
I
going,
mean-
"Oh, look."
And stuff like that. Well, that's what kind of rivers we're used to, you and me.
Uh-huh.
Then Bob's just walking out in the middle of San Antonio like it ain't nothing to it. I'm like, dude, you could die in that. The ground will just swallow you. Where I'm from, the ground will just swallow you when you walk.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you're walking fine. You're in knee-deep water. You're having a blast. And the next thing you know, you're over your head. Your feet are
Yeah.
stuck your foot in the ground, and you
Yeah.
can't get your head above the water.
No. The
Um,
harder you kick, the deeper you go.
and you're really lucky because you were always with somebody. We finally figured out that when the water's running right there,
Uh-huh.
there's some limestone there, and it causes a whirlpool. We actually got to watch when we realized that they did a whirlpool when the water was up.
Uh-huh.
We'd go down there and we'd watch it. You could throw a stick in there, and it would suck it down, and it would go into that whirlpool, and it would come out about 100 foot down the creek. But then whenever the water slowed down, that little area filled up with muck. And you walked into it, and that was it. You were going down.
Uh-huh.
It was over with. So, occasionally you could catch catfish out of there, though. We didn't even know. I grew up calling that thing Wet Creek. Everybody just called it Wet Creek, and come to find out, it was the Brazos River.
Yeah. Salt pork.
Went to the museum here and found out some. That's where I found out about the Paco Barn, what it is.
Okay, sure.
Well, they started, and then I posted on Facebook, and then man, all the people that she had talked to got on there and started talking, and I'm like, oh, so if I keep digging, I can find out more about it.
Uh-huh.
They had the big incinerator where they burnt their trash, and then they did the delinting. And, there was some stuff they shipped to I think they had a little press or something, because when you're doing the seeds, you wind up with some usable lint. That's just the way it is. But
Yeah.
if the stuff wasn't long enough to do anybody any good, it went into the burn pile, because you can either pay to get
And
rid
when
of it or turn it into smoke.
When Wes says burning trash, he's not talking. This is Texas cotton farming talk. Burning trash means gin trash, the burrs and just the junk that comes out that they can't do anything with. And they would have these big upside down funnel looking incinerators that were about 30 feet across at the bottom, maybe not quite that big, but close. And then maybe 40, 50 feet tall, that they would burn stuff off like that in back when he and I were kids.
Yeah.
Chipper, I don't think we're going to find any gold in those rivers. Maybe, but some of them quicksand sinkholes are 8 and 10 feet down. You're welcome to come out here. I'll tie a rope onto your feet. You go in there and send up the stuff, and I'll sluice it.
I think they're full of crap. I would love to try to sluice.
Oh, I bet there's some cool stuff. I don't think there's any gold, but there ain't no telling what all kinds of cool stuff there might be at the bottom of them. But can you imagine?
Over at the Davies Mountains, man. I'm sorry, that's a volcano.
Oh.
There's
Oh,
got to
yeah.
be diamonds. There's got to be gold. It's just the way it works.
Up there at the
Oh.
notch, some of those spots in there.
God would, man. That's where I'd start looking. But you'd have to dig so deep.
Yeah.
It floods so hard. There's going to be 20 foot of gravel on top of any gold.
Yeah.
And that's
Very
why it
likely.
hasn't never been found, because nobody's willing to dig that deep.
Well, and that's exactly right, because when I was up in Breckenridge, Colorado, they built dredge boats. I mean, these things were large, and those things would dig. Sometimes reading the history, sometimes they would dig down as deep as 90 feet to get down through all the rocks and the gravel and the cobbles down to the bedrock down there, and that's where they would pull up the gold from sometimes that far down. And that's great if you got a
Yeah,
you
the
got a
gold's
dredge
the heaviest
boat.
thing out there. It's going to go to the bottom. The end.
Yep.
In you never got to do $1 Million Canyon, did you? That hike. It's where they park all the old trucks and stuff.
No, I hadn't done that one. Was that the one down there before you get up to the actual camp entrance?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could see when we did that horseback ride up there to Whiskey Bottle Tank. We could see off into $1 Million Canyon, couldn't we? Yep. No,
Yeah.
I never did that one.
That is a beautiful. Man, there are just chunks of the mountain there that are just green, dude. It's the most amazing thing.
I remember you talking about that.
That's me and Leland and Tyler did that one, and we took our time going in, but then Tyler was ready for a ham sandwich or something because when it was time to go, we couldn't catch up to him. He packed a green,
really
bright green rock. He packed that thing all the way from there's a big concrete or a big rock tank up there, big water tank that they built. He packed that thing all the way back out of there. That's 3.5 miles over boulders and everything else, man. He packed that. It's probably a 2.5, 3 pound rock. That's okay. I carried 1/2 the distance. I still got it. Mine was just white. It's when you're down there hiking, you can see where the lava tubes were. They filled back up and they cooled off, but then you'll have the circular looking thing. The rock will be falling off the outside of it, and then there'll be the tube, and then there'll be more rock falling out of the inside because the different types of lava coming through the tube or whatever. And the one ring that always makes a circle that stays the longest and doesn't wear off is a white or grayish white rock. It's the one I got. I want to try to put it through a cutter. I think that thing would make an excellent whetstone, man. I don't know what it is, but it's a really cool rock. I've got it out there in the shop. That one was heavy. It weighed about 10 pounds. I toted it away. I put it in the backpack and just dealt with it.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. So. Sid's dad, do you ever fish at Lake Dillon? I know you go fishing up, but I'm pretty sure you go fishing up there. Do you ever go up to Dillon Reservoir and fish there? Because if you do, sometime you'll have to give me a call. I can give you some tips on fishing the reservoir there.
Okay, Wayne, be careful.
Good night, Wayne, and ranks to you too. Ranks for the Cerium. I shouldn't mess with people. I don't type real good sometimes too. Go to Knoxville. Hey, Wayne, my wife just got back from Nashville today. She was down there visiting some family and seeing an uncle that is about to be post-mortem. So, yep, she was in that part of the world.
Down there cutting a recording deal.
Not this time. Yeah, I guess it would have been low in recent years. I'd seen it pretty low before too. Pretty good fishing when it gets down low. Actually, get on where the Blue River comes in, and there's some good spots.
You need to bring your metal detector, and we need to go beach combing at JB Thomas. It's gotten down low enough again.
Oh,
there's going to be all kinds of stuff out there where then people drop stuff off of boats again.
Yeah, I'm all about that. At White River Lake, I did some diving under a couple of the docks there and came up with some pretty cool stuff like 40 years ago. Longer than that, man. I forget how old I'm getting. Okay. Well, if you ever do, give me a holler. Hey, PP. And yes, old geezer. That is not far from the truth.
That's we're barely even out of our teens.
And by barely, he means,
A lot.
yeah, a long ways. We're closer to our 100 teens than we are our original teens.
Yeah, by quite a bit. My daughter snuck up behind me earlier today, and she's being all weird, looking at my head, and she goes, "You're going gray." Like, oh, geez, thanks.
60 teens, pretty much.
60 teen, yeah. 60 teen. At least I'm not 70 teen yet.
We won't talk about that. I'm not.
You
I'm
you
not.
slapping the snot out of her though. Well, you're halfway there, ain't you?
Yeah. Turns out.
I got a couple, 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, several birthdays for you.
Hey, so tell me you skinned that bobcat.
Dude, I knew I was gonna get in trouble for that. He stunk, dude. He's a freaking tomcat. He was old as the hills. He couldn't do nothing but piss on himself, I guess. I don't know. It took me 3 hours to get that washed off my hands. And I had him sitting out there. I was like, man, I'll just put some gloves on. I'll skin him. But then after it got on my hands and I could smell it, then every time I get close to him, that's all I could do was smell it. And I was like, okay, it's going to be on him forever. I can't put him in the washing machine. And I was like, well, I will just lop his head off and make a European thing out of his head.
Yeah.
And then I was like, every time you try that, something eats your skull and you get mad. And then I was
keep his claws.
I actually got real. I almost did that. And then I said, you're old, you're fat, you're lazy, you're not going to do any of this stuff. Get a trash bag and put the cat in it and go to the dumpster. The dumpster truck was going to be there. I said, if you would just put that cat in the dumpster, you can just ask forgiveness.
Yeah.
Here I am.
You'll be okay in a week or so. It'll get past. I had to do that.
It was
too.
freaking huge, man. He's the biggest bobcat I have ever shot in my life.
Yeah.
I've seen one bigger in Garza County. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That guy was framed like this one, but it was potent.
Yeah.
He had been eating good. Wherever he was eating, he was doing it right.
And yeah, Sid's dad, they did move a town. It was the town of Dillon that they moved up the hill away, up close to, I think that's
yes, David.
Highway 9, I think. Hey, Virginia Life. Raised on chicken had to be good. I bet it didn't taste like chicken, though.
I come really, really close to cutting the back straps.
Ooh.
That would have been,
no, it wouldn't have been, no.
Yeah.
Whatever you were about to say, it wouldn't have.
I cut the back straps. I was going to chop them up. I was going to make chili, put it in the freezer, and wait for you to show up.
You might as well not. I don't know. I've eaten at some Mexican food places that I would not be surprised.
I ate at a place in Juarez once, and was it Caldo de Chihuahua?
Yeah.
Chihuahua soup? I was like, I'll take this.
By the way, David asked if you'd got any more plans to work on the Apoca barn.
Yeah, that's quite a few actually. I actually want to rig the. I'm putting a. I'm going to try to turn it into an apartment. Not that I can rent, but so if I decide that I want to put braids in my beard, I just go there and braid my beard up, get it done. But I gotta get the doors up, things keep happening. Like water heaters break,
Yeah.
washing machines break.
Yeah. Oh, don't even say that. We happy here. They got the TV up in there. Yeah, we've been out of a washing machine for about 2 months right now.
Oh,
Don't bother me. I go to my dad's house, do a load of laundry about every 3 weeks. I'm okay.
well, that's
However,
why
you
you're
have
getting good
some
with the
people.
lady. You know, it ain't gonna bankrupt you to go get your wife a washing machine.
It might. Besides, who I got to?
You got
I'll
no
buy-
excuse, man.
I'll buy it and she'll move it in and take the old one out and do all that.
Jeez. Oh well, I mean, I can hook you up. I don't think they deliver that far. These guys, man, they took the old ones out. They put the new ones in.
Yeah, it's all moth
Man.
me whore pretty quick, huh?
I drank the coffee. I said, "Who's that right?" I
Muy
was like,
bien.
"Oh, like man, it was driving me crazy." Those guys were not holding their mouths right or anything. Just let me do it.
Yeah,
But
and that's my problem with that stuff too. I say I'll get somebody to do it, and then they start doing it. I'm like, just quit, get away.
what are you doing? It was funny though. The guy had never the dryer vent hookup that we have. It's a wall hugger, so you can push the deal all the way up to the wall, so it's not sticking out.
Uh huh.
He's like, "What's that?" And I said, "What's?" And they were like, I was like, "I'll do that if you want me to." And, "Oh, we got this." It became a challenge for him, and then when it finally went together, they're like, "Oh, we got it! Don't move it!" And
Carol's leaving. Dang it, Carol. We don't like when you leave. We like when you're here. But I get it.
okay,
Good night,
Carol.
Carol. It is
Good
always
night.
good to see you.
Ah.
Hey, speaking of the Apocalypse barn there in the barn itself, did you ever get like some steel and stuff over those windows to keep ne'er-do-wells out of there? Or do
no,
I
that's
need to
one
bring
of the
I need to bring my hammer drill and some Tapcons?
one of the projects, and I don't want to make it to where they got to tear anything up to get in there. But I would like to put some what's called carpenter's cloth.
Hardware cloth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
over them.
Yeah.
I did find a stack of quart beer bottles.
Really?
Both of them. I mean, like hundreds. And I think I'm going to.
What were they doing there?
These are old. Somebody dumped them. I mean, these people must have a drinking problem.
Or
But
not?
I think there's enough to do at least 2 of the windows in beer bottles.
Oh yeah. Ooh, boy, that's just inviting somebody to go bust them up, though, man. I love that idea, but golly, fools would come by there and see that, and that's just like an instant target for them.
You know, why you always got to be a Cuckleberry and a balloon factory?
I know. I can just see it though. We do all that work and be real proud, go away, come back 2 days later, and somebody be done busted them.
You're a pessimist.
I'm a
There's
realist.
something in the glass, Rob. We'll have a picture to remember it by.
I guess.
That would suck. Though.
That would suck bad. If we could put them in there and then get some, like some of that expanded metal that they've got for dust guards and stuff in different places, and get some of that over where they couldn't do it as hard.
Well, there's a whole butt ton of bottom trailers out there that are just laying around.
That's what I'm
Pretty
thinking.
sure we could get up with some.
I'd have to bring a cutting torch and yeah.
Well, actually, somebody suggested more than once that I relocate those, and she's right. Dude, you cut a hole in them and put a building on one end, and you have a predator-proof chicken coop.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And
turn them upside down and
yeah, there's only like 7 or 8 of them over there.
By the way, David, let us know how that goes.
Yeah, good luck with that. I'm not doing what you say, honey. You ain't doing a lot of things around here anymore, mister. How's your finger?
And you know, Sid's dad, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Do something like that. I mean, yeah, that's not a bad idea. A piece of plywood that we could bolt on like a hurricane shutter and then just take right back off. Be able to enjoy it when you're there. And
see, I do actually want to. That's what I was going to do right now. Is on one of the indoors, I'm just going to put plywood over it with some all thread or something, and just run through some boards and bolt that in shut.
yeah,
And put a swing door on the other, and I do want to put like some swing out or a slider door or something on that big one. If the doors are up and there's windows up, they'll quit going in there. Put the camera back up on the pole or whatever.
yeah.
You know, make sure it's really, really hard to get to, but very, very visible. And, you know, I'm one of, I won't be able to sandblast it. I wish I could. I'd like to really be able to sandblast that big wall that's all graffitied or whatever.
I like that wall.
Yeah, but I want to graffiti. I want to clean it.
I
want
know.
to patch the cracks, and then I want to paint it white, and then I want to invite people to do art.
Yeah, not
if
right. Not the kind of stuff that Corsair uses all the time.
Yeah.
No offense, I'm kidding.
Nothing but profanity against people of other races. And stuff.
That is
Nothing. I don't need somebody writing, "Where'd the crayons go?" Stuff like that.
I've seen those places, David, over close to, I'm not going to think of the name, where the high bridge over the river, not far from Towson. I just went blank. Good grief, that gorge right there. I was there with my wife a couple of years ago, did a video, really cool spot. But just to the west of that is one of those places where it's like an earthen home. Earthships, that's what they call it. Earthship, a little Earthship town almost. Pretty cool.
There's an Earthship right up the road from us.
Really?
Yeah, I did not know it. It's really nice. It was for sale for a little bit. At the front of it, when you realize it's there, you see the front of it, it's like a house, but it's a big pile of dirt. It's all underground and everything. You went in it, didn't you? Or did you just see it? Just see it. Yeah, it probably is. He's probably done wore out over there on that battery charger bike. Which, if he'd put those on his boat, they'd have some lights down there.
Couldn't hurt.
You'll be able to charge your cell phones. That way they can keep up on TikTok. Okay, that's what I was doing. That's definitely not the barn rattling. Probably going to lose internet again here in a minute.
Oh, the wind getting up?
No, that's thunder.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, y'all got something going on down there.
I saw somebody taking pictures out there a minute ago.
Hey, so do I remember right that you did get a whole roof over the Apoca barn now?
There's still a section missing, but I got all the tin down there. I was kind of wanting the lumber to weather out to where it didn't look brand new, and that is accomplished now. I need to get the roof up there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we've been to lose internet. And I do not want to be trapped out here and have to walk back underneath that into the house. Hold on, let me see if it'll load it.
I figured you had a breezeway with a roof over it built between there and the house by now.
No. I have a lightning rod that's called an oak tree, Richard.
Yes, you do.
That's my. I told my wife it was thunder and lightning. She done zipped in the house. She said, okay,
Yeah.
that's enough. Not showing anything, but I could see it.
Yeah, David, that wouldn't be hard to do. In fact, there's a few old tires around there anyway. It wouldn't be hard to get that going.
Ooh, Sweetwater got hammered.
Did they?
Post is getting hammered right now. And Sea City is about to get hammered, and then we will follow about 20 minutes after that. There's the rain. I don't want any more tires than what's already over there, man. I got plenty. I got tires dating all the way back to the 50s or something. Looks like they're not that old. Finally found out when they stopped. I knew it was a long time ago. Found out when they stopped doing things there, which actually kind of stopped in 78, and then they tried to move and restart everything, and then it just never went anywhere. De-linning went out, wow, forever ago, man. They just got the gins to where they could do so much of it themselves, man. The gin could get they could run it through another set of saws at the gin, you know.
Hey, you know, it occurs to me, people on here may not even know what that means, a de-linting plant. Cotton is the big crop where I am and all the way down to where Wes is, and a big part of Texas up here. And when you strip out cotton seeds, part of the ginning process is you clean the burrs off, you know, that brown husk that's around the cotton, and then you strip all the lint away and leave only the seeds. Well, those seeds are tied into the lint, the cotton itself. That's what we call lint. And no matter how good you are, those seeds still have little hairy things sticking out from all over them, just what they couldn't get off. The de-linting plant was where they would run the cotton seeds basically through a big burner, but quick enough that it didn't hurt the seeds and it'd burn all that lint off. And I don't know why they even really had to do that, because they would have grown just fine with some lint on it. But yes,
Go through the planters better.
Oh, of course it did. Yeah,
to run
sure.
the planters fuller. You
Sure.
didn't have to stop as often, and they could put that purple crap on there.
Yep, that's exactly right. What was that even? That like a germicide or something?
It was
Herbicide?
Germicide. It was kept the bugs from eating the seeds, and
That's right. That's right. That's what it was.
It also was a little nitrogen boost.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what a de-linting plant was. It took the lint off the cotton seeds, and that was the sole purpose of it back then. But now they've got other ways they do that. In fact, good grief, all the genetically engineered stuff, and then cottonseed oil mills and that kind of thing. By the way, if you've never had cottonseed oil, it is pretty yummy.
It's
Pretty
good stuff.
good. It is
Southern
good stuff.
Virginia Life, welcome.
Pittsburgh. Where's
I
Pittsburgh,
prefer to
Texas?
cook with cottonseed oil, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
expensive, dude.
Well, I tell you what we've learned we like to cook with is pecan oil. Holy cow, that's good. That place where Christy works.
Not all of us are rich.
We're not either, but since she works there, we get special deal. I got an Evan Williams bottle. I got a bottle like that she goes and just because they want her there. They will bend over backwards to keep her there, helping them do stuff. And she went in here a while back. She's like, would it be possible to get some more oil? Yeah, bring your bottle. And so they filled it up. And we got, that stuff's not cheap, but boy, it's good.
Man, does it taste like pecans?
A little bit, not strong like pecans, but it's got that little aftertaste hint. And it's good to cook with because it's got a way, way high flash point. And so,
Yeah.
I mean, you can get it hard snot and it won't smoke.
I like coconut butter, but that stuff's weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't ever go bad. it just stays there. It's like stuff, and I'm like, that's plastic. That's not real.
Sid's
Oh.
dad wants to come down for an Apoca Barn. Well, you don't have to be a work party. You can come down. We'll have a fun party. We don't have to be a work party.
We'll find somebody that's not watching their pasture, and we'll just get us goat, and we'll have a cookout there. But
Yeah.
we'll throw a
or
little
something.
goat on the Barbie.
Or
Oh,
go
like
get us a fresh hog.
whichever. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we roast a hog right quick, man. That's one of the best parties we ever had was we went and bought a hog, a small young hog, and butchered him and cut him up into pieces and wrapped him in foil and barbecue sauce with onions and peppers and cooked him in a big fire we made.
You take about a 50-pound live weight pig and just take the fuzz and the stuffing out and cook them, man.
Yeah, they're good. We did that here a while back. It wasn't even 50 pounds. I bet live weight it was 25 pounds, maybe. It was a young one.
man.
That's what we did. Boy, howdy. We about overcooked him, but it was tasty.
Well, I've got a little venison, got some goat, got some pig. Yeah, we could do a cook.
Yeah, we sure could.
I've even got some crane. So
Do you know I never hunted anything. I didn't go crane hunting. I didn't go deer hunting. I hadn't done nothing. All I've done is dadgum work.
that makes me sad for you. It really does.
Yeah. If I ever get some invoices done, I won't be as sad.
There you go. All right, it's 2 hours. I'm having a blast. It really is. It is fixed. It's raining outside now.
Yeah. We haven't done this in a while. I'm glad we did.
Before I ruined my laptop. So
Yep. I'm glad you thought of this. It's been a long time since we did a Western
I'm glad you were
Rock
able. I'm glad you received permission to attend.
And the reason I received permission, my wife, is, like I mentioned a while ago, was in Tennessee for the last 4 or 5 days. And she got home this evening. And Wes sent that. And I was like, oh, she ain't going to go for that. But Happy Harry and Cornelius are in there watching something on TV. There's no telling what. And so I got to do this. Man, it's like I got wrinkles on my face.
Holy cow! Did you know your beard's gone gray?
I had heard. You need to give me a Sharpie and color it in.
I know a gal. She'll dye it for you if you want her to. She'll even make it look natural, dude. She'll put it salt and pepper for you.
I'm tempted, but then all the girls wouldn't leave me alone, and Christy would get upset and just be problems. So, man, take what I got.
Yeah, if I don't know, I may set my camera up and let y'all video her doing weird. She wants to color it. She wants to do like a rainbow, and it's not.
No, I'm not surprised.
I thought if she would, she'd do the black in the middle or whatever, and then do the whites or whatever. I was like, man, that would look cool.
That would.
She won't do that. She wants to play with my face, not.
So anyway, Wes and I will be we'll work on that Apoca Barn thing and work on getting a video for that. And it was good to see all of you. It was
real. Oh, it is. It's going crazy out there. Robert.
I heard that. Yeah, you better get your butt in the house.
So anyway, God bless y'all. You people still alive, don't die. Y'all will see more of us. We're
get back.
I'm tired of waiting for him to get unbusy. So I'm gonna start being a little bit more pushy. And we got invited back to our favorite southern getaway.
Yep.
And I'm going to go now. It's raining. Anyway,
yeah, go.
Bless
Get
y'all.
in the house.
Y'all stay
Right,
out.
love all y'all.
Do not die.
Time. Thanks.
Love you, brother.
Love you back.